Hey, what's going on? So we're using someone else's video. I'm actually gonna have a something tabbed up top, so you can click this. You want to get some information because this is not my video. I won't play it. I'll use the information, but you can also check out their video so you can get their perspective. I think that's a good idea. I don't know how they're getting this stuff. If y'all know, put it in the comment section down below. So let's look into this, right? So as soon as I started looking into this, right? This is Brevey, by the way. She got a non-benediction and benediction. Be completely honest, I don't care about the non-benediction. That's probably gonna be covered in this video. Well, the video that that we have on screen, I don't want to cover that, right? So we got, deal damage into the frost vault state for 30 seconds. Okay, that's a skill. The frost vault state, when switching to Brevey weapon, her own vault damage increased by 40%. When Brevey weapon is in the background, her own frost damage increased by 40%. So that means you're using the weapon, you're getting volt. But if you're not using the weapon, it's frost. So for me right there, this is in a way telling me that you should be using a frost weapon at minimum. So if you're playing benediction, I would say you may want to use Coco. If you're not using Coco, I don't know any other frost character you can use to give healing. So I would say, okay, you're trying to get a heal. You're using her to her weapon to get heals and stuff. Maybe you can use Nemesis, I don't know. Or maybe like a Fiona used the heal. Like, I don't know, but I definitely feel like if you're not gonna use that weapon, mainly Coco will give a huge heal right here. But I could be wrong. Let me try to skip around and see what else I saw. Because again, I know it says non-benediction. I don't want to cover non-benediction because this is a benediction character. Again, that's not me saying I hate, non-benediction. But like, I just don't want to go into that, right? So that's what we were just talking about before. Right here we got benediction. Release skills to deal X% attack damage. I don't know what that means. But I'm assuming if you use any kind of skill while using Brevey, you can remove negative status and control effects to yourself and teammates. So what that means is, right, let's say you got slowed, or you got stunned, or maybe frozen by the frostbite, right? Use a skill, everyone becomes free. So that kind of, isn't that kind of like what Lyra's hyper body was doing in a way? I definitely know Zero's discharge is kind of like that, but Zero discharge negates damage. Don't know if this negates damage. But it just says, it does a percent attack, remove negative status effects to yourself or the teammates, be immune to the negative status and control effect within the next X seconds. Oh, wait. Okay, so, yeah. Can clear grade binding effects. If it does, Brevey's a must-have to play. It'll be better than Fiona, but you still want Fiona because, you don't have to worry about grade binding yourself. This is great. I think this literally makes so, anytime you see something that has grade bite, you want a benediction that uses this. So maybe you can go with the Brevey, Coco, and Icarus if you want to do damage but still get full use out of it. Not saying, hey, you should do that, because man, it sounds crazy. I didn't say Fiona, right? But then would you do Fiona, Brevey, Icarus? I mean, you could, right? Because if Icarus can give a form of healing, I don't know how that's possible. But if you mainly went into Frost, I mean, I don't think you get a lesser bonus while using Altered, but maybe you do. I don't know, but I think Fiona can still be good. If it works, it works. Let me know. Come back to the video if you see this, and give me a response to that, or if you know right now, give me a response. Right, but it also says recover HP equal to 400% of attack in all teammates. Huh? Friends recover an additional 20%. Friends? I'm assuming friends is like, it must be something she has personally to herself, because why would you use teammates and then friends, I don't know, maybe this is me. 15-second cooldown, that sounds like a long time, but Coco's skill is 60 seconds. That's a long time. That's why I feel like you don't really want to use Coco. If you could use Fiona there, I think that's a great idea, or whoever else you want to choose. 60 seconds for a skill is a long time. I don't know how long Fiona's is. Y'all can let me know as well. But yeah, this looks like a great way to be able to play benediction. Right? We have the discharge. When the weapon is charged is full or Fantasia is triggered, Switching to this weapon from another removes all debuffs from the wielder. Summons a strange symphonic barrier. Okay, so whenever there's a discharge or anything up, you can just switch to this weapon. This is great. This is a really great way to protect yourself. Because literally, like if someone's using Saki, they can put up their own discharge. So even if you didn't have like the weapon out, you can just switch into it. That's great. Even if you have the weapon out, you can switch out and then switch back in, I believe, right? Because it does say when weapon charges full on or Fantasia is triggered. So that means Saki can trigger a Fantasia, you switch to the weapon. That's great. I think that's a great idea. Okay. It deals damage. In this period, gain damage immunity. Okay, so at this point, Brevey does what Zero does. So Zero has been kind of replaced. I could be wrong, but if she can give herself a shield that's also damage immunity, that's literally Zero's skill and his discharge at the same time. I mean, granted, it's only up for 2.6 seconds, but you can probably keep triggering this. So you can make it so, again, this is what someone going to say, you don't need a Fortitude, which I still think that's crazy, but that's my opinion. Because Fortitudes can start to do damage now. It's not an attacker, but yeah, they're not squishy. Fortitude, you don't have to worry about someone dying. Point blank. If you're using your discharge constantly, they won't die. Oasis of War just gotten easier and more value with this character. Well, this weapon, I should say, sorry. Right? And that's not even including Benediction. That's just general. Benediction removes negative effects and control effects on yourself and your teammates. Okay, and make you immune to negative status and control effects in the next X seconds. Damage hits turn target to small puppets for X seconds. Put the cooldown X seconds. Hang on the targets. The cactus can also be transformed. Cactus can also be transformed? I don't know what that means. So I guess talking about the training dummy, you can transform the tactic to see if it's working or not. Okay, during this transformation, the target movement speed is reduced. That's good. So it's slower. The skill cannot be released and damage is received normally. Okay, so this is really good right here. So yeah, in a way, Zero just got replaced. You might say, oh, it's not a fire character. That's the only way Zero's gonna have use is trying to go flame count. But for Benediction, you're not looking for elemental composition. Not really, for what I'm seeing. I mean, I guess you're using Coco because it can boost healing for Volt and Frost. Is there anyone else that, I mean, I don't know if Icarus can heal himself, and I don't know if Icarus can heal others. I don't know. Y'all have to let me know that. But I know Fiona can boost others. So even if it's like, you know, boost Frost attack, but wouldn't that boost like your altered too if Frost is your highest attack? So that's why I just feel like Frost and well, Coco and Fiona is really good. So in case you don't have Fiona, you can still use Coco. But yeah, what else we got here? Oh, we got the trait. Increase final damage by 18%. Now, I was saying you want to use Lyra's trait. I think it's really good. But you don't want to have two people with Lyra's trait, right? So we got increased final damage by 18%. Well, that's good. So now you will just do more damage as Benediction. No hate, right? If Brevey is in the team, final damage is increased by an additional 16%. Okay, so that's everyone. So that's including Brevey. So you just got a, what is that? A 34% final damage increase. Just off the top with this trait. And that's good because I think a lot of players, like even at Fortitude, you're kind of using a trait that gives final damage. Like I'm using what's it called? Mimi's trait. You might say, oh, you don't use that for a Fortitude, but there's nothing really better. You can use Saki and you can protect someone for like one hit, then they still, you know, have to get burnt. It's really good to use it, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this, right? Everyone's using this. Now, on top of that, you can have Fiona's trait, and, you know, you lock on to someone. Man, that's crazy. So, wait a minute. That's 3 different buffs. That's increased final damage by 18%. Okay, Brevey is in the team. He's talking, I thought he was talking about like everyone playing, but no. Just that will increase your damage by 34%. Then the Benediction Resonance activate, team's final damage also increased by 16%. So we're talking about teammates. So that means you got 34% plus another 16. You just got 15% final damage just with the trait and the weapon. So now it actually gives you reason to say I can be a little bulkier. I'm still gonna have damage. This is a huge upgrade. I'm gonna actually advise anyone that is Benediction to get this trait like immediately. It makes no sense not to have it. You want it as soon as you can. I can't even see why you wouldn't want to play Benediction, because your Benediction kind of just became a secondary attacker. Like, you got 50% more final damage. It doesn't mean no matter what kind of gear you have, you just got to increase final damage by 50%. Or maybe I'm wrong. Again, I'm only going by information, what I'm seeing. I don't really know this because I haven't placed it in practice. So I can't tell you if that's actually true or not. All right, what else we got here? Right? We got the matrices. All elemental damage increased by a percentage. Now I know most will say, oh, you don't really need that for Benediction. Why not? Why not? It's there, and it says releasing any discharge, self-healing increased by 30% lasts for 30 seconds. Now, you might say, oh, why would I want to self-heal on Benediction? Look, maybe you got hit. You don't want to use a skill. You can just use any kind of normal attack that'll heal normally. Boom. That's huge healing. That's huge healing for yourself. Who knows, if everybody has a 2-piece of this on, I don't know if I recommend everyone to have this. Okay, it's not bad. It's for all elements, so why not? But look, it's your Benediction. You might as well go for this 4-piece. There's no reason not to. After releasing Brevey's main skill, all right, you must hit, I guess, right? The final damage is increased by 22%, lasts for 30 seconds. You might say, oh my God, it's more for damage. Look, you already have your gear set up the way it should be. It's allowing you to get more damage from your matrices. Beforehand, like earlier on, when I was using Fortitude, I actually had to get my defense from matrices because the defense was like weird because we didn't have visors. But nowadays, like, you're getting damage off of any matrices, which I like. Now look at this part though. Just keep looking. The Benediction, you give yourself and teammates more damage. This is kind of like Fiona's matrices. I'm assuming they're gonna stack on one another. So before I was saying I don't know what matrices you should be placing on Benediction, but now we know right now these matrices and Fiona's matrices are must-haves. And then I guess afterwards you can say Coco. I'm not against Coco. It's old and it's boring to me. So like when I'm just going, if you want to be like a Benediction running around the area, you don't want to switch your weapons, I'm not trying to think of using Coco's matrices. That's just me. I'm gonna put on Scylla's matrices because it gives more crit, more elemental damage, and you still have your damage to heal, you know? But that's just me. I think these are must-haves. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're telling me, oh, I'm not going for the 4-piece, just say right off rip, hey, I don't mainly play Benediction. Because that's the only way you're going to tell me you're not trying to get this. In the 2-piece, then it's like, I don't even know, because that doesn't mean Brevey's discharge. Any discharge, you get 30% more. This should be you can make this active at all times. So you're almost like tanky with this. Like if you put resistance on your gear, not all out resistances and health, but if you went somewhat resist, HP and attack, like Benediction should be doing. By the way, your main stat, you should be trying to get attack, but get resistance and health where you can. This makes you very bulky because it's really easy to heal. It's a lot of self-sustain right there. Again, don't go running in front of a boss and getting your face punched and saying, why did I die? No, don't do that. But yeah, this makes life a lot easier for you. You may not have to heal yourself as much. So if you don't have to heal yourself as much, you don't have to heal a Fortitude as much, you can really focus heavily on the attackers, because attackers don't build nothing but attack. They'll sacrifice their survivability for 3 extra damage points. All right, so here we got the advancements. Honestly, with your Benediction, more stars you can get, the better. Let's just say it right there. That has made it easy. Thank you, come again. right? It's your benediction. The more you can get in this character, if you can roll more to the matrices, it makes you stronger. You get more to this weapon, makes you stronger. You're getting better. Anything you get from this, anything on Brevey, makes you better. All right, now we got the bases out the way. Let's actually look at this. Okay, charge attacks, hit back. Charge attack hits back every time. In team combat, increase healing by 100%. Okay. Brevey in the background, puppet coordinated attack also restore 100% attack power and health. Okay, so even when not having his weapon out, you can heal. Huh. I don't even know what this puppet is, so I need to get more information. So you're able to have passive healing. Wait, does that work for everyone? Wait, Brevey in the background. No, it just says in team combat, increase healing by 100% when Brevey's in the background. So when you're not using Brevey's weapon, any weapon out there gets 100% more healing. So you're using Fiona, the so-called the discharge doesn't heal everyone, even though it felt like it to me. If you use a dodge hit with Fiona, you get healing. This just boosted healing in general. So there's no way you tell me you're a benediction player and you tell me I'm not going for an A1. Sounds crazy. You might say, oh, what's your attack? Why not just have passive healing? I mean, I don't see the big deal, right? It restores 100% attack power. Like, why not have this attack power and healing when increased to 100% in team combat? Yeah. There's no reason you tell me I get A0 unless you say you didn't have enough summons. But if you don't have enough summons, I can make the argument, hey, you shouldn't be getting this character. Just save up and wait for the next character. Rather than getting an A0 and then you hope for A1. You don't get either one. And then the next time you don't have enough to roll for it. I'm just saying. Right? The A2, I don't know what that is. Probably gonna be like increased HP by like 16%. Then the A4 is probably like increased attack by 32%. Or flip the other way, you know? But I feel like it's gonna be a mixture of attack and HP. If not, it is what it is, right? 3-star. Puppet under non-benediction resonance. What? The number of skill times is increased to 2. So instead of you having 1 skill, you have 2 skills you can use. It needs to be a 10 seconds between obtaining the skills times twice. Okay. So for non-benediction, it's basically allowing you to get potentially more damage. I didn't want to catch that. The recovery amount in the main skill in the benediction resonance is increased by 30%. And one extra use can be stored. Okay. So no, wait. So okay. So when you get to A3, you had this move before. Instead of having like 1, you get 2. But at benediction, you get 3. That's great. That is wonderful. And I know the skill is allowing you to get more like healing from Brevey's weapon. If you switch off, it increases like the frost. So if you're using Coco, it boosts you, or Fiona. Like I really think the way to look at it right now is looking at Brevey, because Brevey can stop attacks. Fiona can if Brevey can get rid of Grey Bite too, that's huge. Fiona has good enough healing to execute, right? It removes Grey Bite for yourself and can heal others. And then Coco can be your big boost of healing. And by the way, if you use a dodge attack, you can heal everyone. You got the A6 Coco. You'll be able to give everyone a huge boost like after the bird disappears. Is it a bird or a bat? Whatever her dodge skill is, the little thing that floats by you, it bursts so it heals everyone else. That's huge. Like I'm seeing right now, Brevey, Fiona, Coco. I could be wrong, but I don't see why you use 0 on this point, right? Players run away from your pillars. So I feel like right now, Lyra's in not a weird state, but if players don't want to play around your pillars, then you just lost a lot of Lyra use right there. So I don't know. I think it could be Brevey, Fiona, and then slot in third weapon. That's what it looks like right now to me. All right, but let's look at the A5. Puppet synergy damage increased by 30%. Okay, so it's something more for damage. The damage in the puppet skill and the main skill is increased by 30%. Okay, so right here, this is like, someone's gonna say, oh, you don't need this, it's your benediction. I'm gonna say, if you can get it. Invest into what you use. You're a benediction main. You don't want to summon on a million different weapons. Invest in what you use. You'll get more benefit out of this. That means you don't have to worry about trying to upgrade your gear and maximize attack. And so you're gonna do damage. You'll be able to heal, and you can someone be bulky because of your gear. Please invest in the A5. Now, if you can't get it, you can't get it. It is what it is. Right? But your Benediction, you should aim at this until you can skip a bunch of characters. Oh, A6, during the Frost Vaults, okay. Right here already sounds great because the Frost Vault state seems like it's going to be most important with Brevey. So she's not like a main field weapon per se. But then again, no weapon for Benediction is really like a main field weapon. Not really. So that's great. Okay, Volt and Frost damage increased by 60%. Yeah, you want this. Because you don't have to invest into attack as much. And you're already getting like a boost in healing from being Benediction. Why not allow yourself to have a boost in attack? Don't you want to feel good while playing? I do. So I'd invest into this. Puppet damage increase is the effect within the aura by 10%. Wait, is this an aura? The aura? Wait. So if you're, can you make an aura and then everyone gets a boost? If so, that's crazy busted. But that's just me. Teammate shatter increased by 25%. No, never mind. You want this. Now, anyone that's playing Benediction, get to A6. Because people say you don't have enough shatter. When you was fighting the what's it called? Some of the weekly raids, when it says you must shatter, you don't have enough shatter? Because teammates are dumb? Let's be real. A lot of players are going like, oh, I gotta do damage. And their damage don't even be doing more damage than you, and you ain't even playing the damage role. And then they don't shatter either? Hey, there you go, right there. Increased by 25%. You play with a 42. 42 probably breaking enemies down, no problem. They bringing it down like they trying to get into the walls, if y'all know what I'm saying. Right? This is great. The Shiro shatter, this is gonna get increased right there. Beforehand, we were saying, Benediction now have a form of shatter. Now you can say, I don't need to have shatter because I'm giving y'all shatter. I can still focus on my healing. Or if you want to have Icarus and still get a huge chunk of damage, Icarus, Fiona, Brevey. I can't see why you wouldn't want this at this point. That's me. So, I don't know. I don't want to make this video too long. I thank y'all very much for stopping by and tuning in. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about Brevey. Is she someone that you're going to get? If you're asking if she's a must-get character, oh wait, yeah, the TLDR. If you're a Benediction, get this character and get to A6. You might say, oh, but you don't need, no. If you're a Benediction main, get to A6. The teammate shatter, the Frost Vault states, that's increasing your damage. You might say you're not a damage person. Every little bit of damage helps. Don't listen to anybody else. I promise you, you'll enjoy it. Now, if you want to be, oh, I want this weapon, I want that weapon, I want this weapon, and you want to get all these different types of weapons, that's different. But if you're a Benediction main, you get this weapon. Get the matrices. I can't say if you should go heavy into the matrices. Not because I think they're bad, I think they're great. But just the problem is at some point, you'll get all these to cap out if she'll eventually go to the permanent pool, you know? So that'd be fine. I still say you may want to focus more on Fiona matrices whenever they show up, because Fiona's never gonna be there. But if you can get these, or if you really want them, they're not bad to have. Honestly, I would tell you, yeah, get them. Get them. They have a lot of value. And you're going to be using discharges all the time. So it gives a lot of value. You got self-healing. It gives a lot of value for you, makes you bulkier. And then you can give other teammates more damage. And you don't have to be locked in on anyone. It's everyone in the party. Like Fiona, you have to be tagged onto someone. You don't have to be tagged onto someone. So that's why I find these better. It's just only reason I'm saying to Fiona over Brevey is simply because Fiona will never be in the permanent pool. Eventually she will be, but these matrices are the best Benediction matrices. If you was wondering, these are the best matrices. Alright? Upgrader's trait, this is the best trait. You don't have to work. Lyra's trait is good. That gives more, you know, some survivability. Let them figure it out. This gives you 50% more final damage. And it gives everyone else 16% more final damage. So now, in a way, every fortitude shouldn't be trying to use Echo's trait anymore. Echo's trait, I mean, it's still not bad, but you'd rather this. But yeah, y'all take care. Be easy. I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribing, because you can put that subscribe button that's right over here. And don't forget, you can watch the videos over here. I want to see you in there too, all right? You enjoy yourself.